So without further ado, I'm going to switch over to the accounting piece, which we're going to talk about the secrets of tax saving strategies. Let me share my screen so we can get started.
All right, I see it.
All right, so let's roll. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Yulin Lee from Maagon CPA, and thank you for attending today's Double Punch presented by Maagon CPA and the Fairchild Law. You just heard from Steve Fairchild, and now I'm going to talk about the secret. As you see here, how my clients, a private doctor, legally saved $43,828 in taxes while adding 100,000 K to the retirement, almost like a dream come true, right? So how you can do this too. And we are offering, as I said it earlier, this web training is offered both on Zoom and Facebook. Feel free to submit your questions on Zoom, and Facebook would like to answer them as we go along or maybe at the end of it. Without further ado, we have a lot to talk about it. Let's get started. So before I review the first, our secrets, I do want to do a polling questions, right? Can any one of you tell me how many pages there are currently in the US tax code? Steve, do you know how many?
300.
300, yes, I would dream we only have 300. You know, some of the audience, let me see it. They say about 400,000. And someone said 20,000. Actually, nobody really know about it. The pictures on the right of the screen is two stack of papers that Senator Rand presented to the Senate to illustrate, to make the point that the current tax law, the then current tax law is so convoluted, is so complex. And at that time, that was 2017. As time goes, right, you can just imagine how many pages were added. I can tell you this is not a secret. Even the expert in the field, like the IRS experts and the tax attorneys, they do really not know about how many pages in the current tax laws. Why? You ask yourself why? Because the tax laws are constantly evolving and changes as the new laws are added. For example, in 2019, the end of 2019, the Secure Act was passed. This law has very significant impact on retirement planning and savings, especially of chapters applied to the small business owners. Then when this COVID-19 hit at the beginning of 2020, we had the CARES Act, which stands for, as you see here, Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act. A lot of people, especially small business owners, heard the PPP loan, idle loan, you know, retention credits and etc. And individual taxpayers got relief checks, right? So all these are extension of the CARES Act. However, the story doesn't really end there. Why? Because the implementation of the tax laws require a lot of guidance. As a practitioner in the field, I constantly getting the notice from the Treasury Department, the SBA, all the IRS telling you how you're gonna implement certain laws that just passed a few days ago. So now you can see why really nobody knows how many pages in the current tax laws, even the practitioners and experts in the field. So who is this web class for? Is it for the super rich? Sure. Is it for a person, people has business? Yes. And how about the people who practice doctors, which are most of my clients? And how about the people who really don't have a business at all? Yes, and this web class is for everybody. And my goal of the class is that I'm going to tell you, if there is a way, right, to help you to preserve your hard-earned money and grow your wealth, there are two choices in front of you. One is to continue invest in the tax strategies which is constantly evolving, or you will find a partner who you can trust. The second one I'm going to tell you is that Maagon CPA is the ideal partner on this journey with you because Maagon CPA is anchored by trust and continuing investment in elite tax strategies and technologies, which we'll talk more. Before we talk about that, let me tell you a little bit more about myself. I have 20 years, over 20 years of experience in tax, financial reporting, and also in other actuarial field. I'm a CPA from the state of Iowa, and also I am a CFA, which stands for Chartered Financial Analyst. A lot of people don't know about it. What is that for, right? It is for a portfolio manager who manage investment. I have 3-4 years experience in the field of managing people's money. Then I have an MBA from University of Illinois with a concentration in accounting and finance. Finally, I'm also an actuary. I'm a fellow of Society of Actuary who does, financial projections for my clients, also for the company. Enough for my designations. More about, let me talk about my journey as an entrepreneur. I had a very smooth ride at the beginning of my career. I have over 10 years working for a corporate. I was a CFO at one of the global life insurance company. I was expatriate to Japan, Tokyo. I have the glamour, really enjoyed it. Very comfortable, stable life. Then back around 2015, I don't even remember, it's 15-ish, I started a company, which is a healthcare company. That's why I have a lot of doctor clients. That did not start very smoothly. As you can see on the picture, the company is focused mainly on people with pre-diabetes and diabetes, using a technology to help them. One of the lesson I learned during that process is focusing on technology and product can really take you so far. As an entrepreneur, you not only want to have the smartest, best idea and the hone in well-defined products, you also want to be able to build a long-lasting customer base. So that epiphany moment helped me to start Maagon CPA. So Maagon is really anchored on two pillars. One is the trust, is the priority of a customer relationship, right? Secondly, we invest extensively into technologies. So in tax savings plus automation, as you can see, our focus is on to save time for ourselves and also more so for the clients, and also bring that value to them. The second objective is to achieve certainty in our technologies, in our tax saving strategies, be able to communicate that, transfer that to value in our clients. I'll talk more in the coming slides. If you do have the same struggle as a lot of people seeing in the tax field, right, feel frustrated, you are really not alone, because I went through the exact same process along with many of the clients, but during the course of helping them as well. So today, I'm going to tell you there are 3 secrets in the tax saving and the financial goals I'm going to help you achieve. The number one I want to review is why of the Fortune 500 most profitable companies in the world, 91 of them actually don't pay taxes. They pay 0 taxes, like Amazon, like many people, right? They were able to save taxes. Somebody figured this out. How did they do it, right? The second secret I'm going to tell you is that if there is a chapter 2, right, of COVID-19, are you ready? Is your organization ready? Is your business ready? How do you survive that? I'm going to tell you approach that I recommend to my clients. Thirdly, I want to tell you this is really a good season for you to switch accounting firms. There are big reasons for that. We'll discuss in the coming slides. So number one, right? Why people, especially the business, right? Fortune 500 companies, they can save taxes and zero out their taxes, which are very profitable companies. There are several reasons for it. One is that they do invest in tax strategies. Here on the slide, you can see on the left, these are the strategies a lot of people may know, may heard of it, and some of them you may not know. For example, the first one is R&D tax credit, which is research and development tax credit. Very popular in the startup. A lot of my friends in startup, even myself, used it, and I really enjoyed the benefits before be able to offset some of the payroll tax and really gaining the cash flows for your startup. The second one, a lot of real estate company knows how to invest in the opportunity zones, which was passed a few years back. You can really defer your capital gains for years, maybe even for longer, right? Depends on your situation. Cost segregation, right? It's big for the property management. How do you segregate costs for a specific property to take advantage of bonus depreciation strategies? Very popular for the super rich. It's called charitable holding companies or LLCs. Bezos, I'm not sure exactly, but Bezos and a lot of super rich like Zuckerberg are using it. And a lot of people, like my clients, are taking advantage of it as well. You can save money. And the list truly goes on, as you can see it on the right, employee retention credits, and so on and so forth. There are so many strategies that out there. Besides, the combination of the strategies can apply to your specific situations, can truly generate the tax savings. Let me give you an example how my clients, who is a doctor, saved over $43,000 here. This is his income. He has a W-2 income, very typical of 100K, plus his business income is $350,000. Because it's over the hurdle of the qualified business income deduction, he has zero, right? Qualified business income deduction. He pays a $98,000 taxes. The scenario number two is, which is a strategy we introduce, is that for him to invest, put in $100,000 in the retirement contribution plan, which suddenly he lowered his business income to $250,000. He qualified for the qualified business income deduction, right? So he saved over $43,000 by simply knowing that, be able to take advantage of the tax law that offer the benefits to this small business owners, be able to defer and put away some retirement saving plans and be able to save that. And you may ask that, how do you know your strategy? There are so many strategies out there. How do you implement them? How do you know you have the best? We are part of the platform called Due Diligence Project, which is using the strategies fully vetted and invested, and also being used by the practitioners like the tax attorneys, the CPAs, and also specialists in the field. A lot of them really helping the super rich clients and the clients of small business and on up. Right. So that's why we're confident that we'll deliver the best strategies for them. The second secret is that why, if there is a storm come, you need to be ready for it. And are you really ready for this? And is your accountants ready for this? Give you an example how we helped a client of mine during the COVID-19 crisis. This is a doctor, and along with her husband here, and they had a fairly significant impact at the beginning of the COVID-19. What we provided them is to help them to apply for the SBA loan specific to support their business, also be able to help them to navigate all the options out there, help them to defer some of the tax, at the same time create the liquidities for their business. The second client of mine is also suffering because of the layoff, right? They could not continuing on the business has to be shut down, they had to lay off employees. We were able to help them to apply for the paycheck protection loan program, and also help them to defer taxes. They saved tremendously, be able to reopen their business. In a recap of the secret number two, you really want to find and build a trusted relationship with your CPA and accountants at the time of needs. And that's the time when you'll be able to get the most value from them. The third secret is I want to tell you, this is a great time for you to change because the technology enables it. For example, this is there is a recent survey done of the top complaints of the accountants. Some people will say that the accountants really not proactive of providing them the advice they most need, like the one during the COVID-19 crisis, right? They are simply doing the tax compliance audits, the compliance work, not really providing the proactive advice. Or they're really not providing a lot of guidance as they need the most. And my clients tend to end up suffering, right? How do you address this? One of the things that enable an accounting firm to bring the advice and the tax strategies to their clients is through their investment into the technologies. For example, one of the lead tax platforms is called CCH Access, which is an online online platform incorporate not just tax filings, also incorporate the secure portals for you to share file, security online, be able to communicate seamlessly with accounting bookkeeping platform like the ones you see on the right. QuickBooks Zero are the examples, and also seamlessly integrated with your payroll providers like OnPay or Gusto. So for you to switch from your current accountant to a new accountant, it's almost like a plug and play, right? Switch over, right? Switch on, then you're done. So it's so easy for you to switch over. In a recap, for the secret number 3 is automation technology has made switching the tax accounting firm so easy. I think it's time for you to consider it if you're stuck. If I can show that how my clients benefit from $43,000 in tax savings from 100K of investment, I hope you can do your part as well. If you can do just even 50% of what I said today, you probably save thousands of dollars. If you have a big portfolio of assets, you will save even more. I know that I shared a lot of information in the past 15 minutes also. I understand you are overwhelmed. I wonder if I can just, take 15 minutes of your time, 10 minutes extra of your time to show you how you can implement it with a very special offer for you. Is that okay, everybody?
Sounds good to me.
All right, let's roll. So what we're going to give you today is that as a special offer, we're going to offer you 2 years of tax return review for free. This roughly worth about $300. Plus, I'm going to offer you to select one of the most burning strategies of either your business cost saving or your tax saving. We're going to do a 40 review to help you digest, find the best strategies for you. Thirdly, you will have a 30 minutes one-on-one time with me to discuss your most concerning issue, be able to find a way to address that. So the total value roughly for all the 3 items we offered is around about $1,419. And you may ask, the second question is, who is this for? Is this for business owners, affluent business owners, or private doctors, or real estate investors, right? Or super rich, or none of the above? I think this web lesson is for everybody. And our offer is truly can help anyone out there to benefit from tax savings. For most of my clients, I'm sorry, I think I skipped. For most of my clients, that their tax savings is really around $150,000. If they have AGI around $150,000 to $450K, the tax savings is roughly between $5,000 to $50,000.
Wow, it's worth it.
Yeah, and you may ask yourself, what is the certainty of having a tax strategy that works for you and the amount of tax saving really worth it, right? Is it $1,000, $2,000, right? If not more. I have 2 choices essentially for you, right? One, I can just say go as cheap as I can, not to invest in the tax saving strategies or the technologies to make it happen. Or I can bring the most advanced tax saving strategies to you to serve you the best. I think I choose the second. If all this does was just to give you peace of mind, right? For you to have a certainty that you have the best advice and tax saving strategies out there, would it be worth it, right? What would it be worth to you? If I can just help you grow your business with the certainty and you can sleep better at night, how much would that worth to you? And the more time you can spend on your business, something you're good at, and spend more time with your family, right? How much would that be worth to you? You can say, okay, you can see easily worth $1,000. As a matter of fact, if you come and go through public, you get this offer is worth about $815. However, for today, because you joined the webinar, I'm going to make a very special offer for anyone attended today. So here it is. For anyone who came today, who joined this webinar, you are going to get all the package I just discussed with only $137 by doing one thing. Go to the link down below and sign up, which is Maagon CPA.sas.me and go. You will be able to find the information you need and sign up for a session with me. Besides, I'm going to offer you a 30-day money guarantee. If during the 30 days, if for any reason you are not happy with what you get, you will get your full money back. It's guaranteed. The real question is this. Is it worth just gambling a few minutes of your time with me to really find out the tax saving strategies? How much would that be worth to you? And you will be able to easily find this out as soon as you schedule this call by clicking and typing the link below. So in a recap, this is what you're gonna get. You got a 2 years free tax savings review, a tax return review, and you will we'll sit down to find one of the tax saving and business cost strategies for you. And thirdly, you will be able to spend 30 minutes of your time one-on-one with me to discuss your specific need. I have something very special for the ones who sign up as the first 20 people. For the first 20 people, I'm going to offer you additional. This is what. So I'm going to tell you, not only you're going to get a review of what the strategy is, but also I'm going to craft that strategy itself for you to implement. So that's worth roughly $1,000. In addition, you're going to get another 30 minutes spent time with me to digest, be able to implement the strategies. Total, you can get over an hour of time with me, plus 2 years of tax return review, and finding and define the strategies that work for the best for you, simply by signing up using the link below. So today, anybody who join us, right, you can take fully advantage of this offer, right, by simply signing up. You will pay $137. Hope you guys all enjoy this. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask on Zoom or Facebook Live. Thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you. So we got a few questions here. You ready for some questions, or do you have time?
Yes, I got time. Yes.
Okay. So the first question is, so what tax strategies do Mark Zuckerberg do? I think you talked about them a little bit, but you didn't tell us what they did.
Right. So I know a lot of people came here really for the purpose of hearing about the tax strategies the super rich are using. If that's the purpose, probably this is not the right platform for you. What we really want to share is that everybody have their specific unique needs. And we're offering a strategy that tailor-made for you. And your situation will deviate from what the super rich are using, and we'll customize our strategy to meet your specific needs. So the short answer is that we'll define a strategy with the combinations of illustrated before, specific for your business and your individual needs.
Okay. And so another question is, how can you be certain that you have the most effective tax strategy?
Right. A lot of my clients have the similar question. Yulin, and I know you have lots of experience, and how do you be sure that you can do this? Well, I can tell you for sure. Why? Because I'm backed by a platform, a group of people who have done this over 20, 30 years. And we apply the strategies being vetted through a group of practice. The strategies we're using, not only used by me, but also used by other elite CPAs who have used it for their clients. So we're tested and supported by a group of vetted specialists. We're certain that we'll provide to you a strategy you can use, apply to your business.
Great, great.
All right. Any more questions, Steve?
I don't have anything. That's all I got.
Yeah, sounds great. Thank you so much for joining us today. And if you like what you hear, please don't hesitate to sign up and look up for Steve and me on the website. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.